Hey y'all, it's Marissa Monique again, discussing new plant parenthood tips. So if you are a new plant mama or dad, or you would like to be, this is the place for you. I'm going to continue to go over things that I think that new plant parents need to know. The first tip that I shared in my last video was that you don't need to buy all the plants, not all at the same time. And to follow up with that, the reason that you don't want to buy all the plants at the same time is because a lot of us, when we buy plants, we are admiring them. And so we think that we can just bring it home, set it there, and that it's going to continue to look the way it's going to look. We don't take the time to learn about its watering, to even learn what its name is, what species it is, what kind of environment it likes, what type of environment we have at home. So whether we have a lot of humidity or a little bit, whether we have a lot of light or a little bit, whether we have a good temperature for this plant or not, we don't know any of those things. And so a lot of it is just trial and error. So if you bring a lot of plants home in the span of just a few weeks or at the same time, it's like bringing home 10 puppies that are 10 different breeds, who all bark differently, who all sleep differently, who all need certain types of different foods. Maybe some of their teeth have come in, some of them haven't. You get the point. So that's why I encourage people to do 1 to 3 plants at a time. And then to also figure out how much time do you want to give these plants? Do you really want to get into it? Or do you just want plants all around you that you can kind of like neglect or not, pay much attention to? Because there are some plants that need a lot of care. And also when you do neglect them, things change. A lot of people call me for my plant doctor services because they brought this plant home and then maybe they haven't been paying much attention to it, and then it's got little burns on it, or the leaves are turning colors, or the leaves are falling off, or it seems to just literally be shriveling up and passing away. They can't figure out what happened, but they weren't even paying enough attention to it to see the steps in its deterioration. But if you have too many plants, you'll get overwhelmed and you may not figure out everybody's watering cycle at the same time. Also, a lot of people don't know that spring and summer are growing season for a lot of plants. A lot of plants can migrate outside. You can put them on your porch if you can, but some will get burnt by the sun depending on how much sun you have. So there's all these different things. That's why you can't buy all the plants at the same time, because they all don't need the same care. So I suggest, like I said, buying 1 to 3 at the same time, and then learning about them. Become a junkie. Get on YouTube. There's a few plant apps out there where you can scan the plant and learn about it. Also learn about, what you want, how big you want the plant to get. Some plants grow really, really big. We all, I feel like, gravitate and kind of have a style of plant that we like. I like really lush, green, chunky leaves. That's what I like. So for the most part, I love things in the pothos family. I love things in the ficus family. I love things in the philodendron family. I'm all about that. And then I have some other things sprinkled in. I'm not necessarily a cactus lady. I can take care of cactuses, but it's not the first thing I reach for. And so you figure out your plant style, and then also sometimes your environment dictates your style. And that's really it. It's just not about overloading yourself. It will be a process. And to be honest, if you take the time and learn about your plants, you can start to build your plant collection faster later if you build it slower in the beginning. That's all I got. I hope that was helpful.